Hello everyone, welcome back to Lucky Loads 15 where I'll be giving you my predictions for tomorrow's horse racing as usual here on the channel. But what can I say, a great day, the first time we've ever had 4 winners up on the channel. It's always hard I suppose recording vlogs and that, giving predictions because you never know what's going to run well about 24 hours before it happens. But we had all 4 winners up today and it was a really good day. All the horses put in good, valid efforts, and I'm pleased that we finally got our 4 winners on the channel, and they weren't bad prices either. Our first one was Nap in the 2:30 at Worcester with my son presenting. David Bass and Kim Bailey combination there worked out really well in the end. It was a good improvement from a young horse over chase fences, and it hung on nicely in the end. It was between Wadswick Court, which had a lot of money throughout the day, and my horse kind of went on the drift in the end. It went off at 9-4. But put those doubts to bed and put in a nice good performance, and there could be some good improvement to come from that horse. So that was a good start there. Then we had Sir Titan at Windsor in the 7:35. Just held on if I'm honest, but going the right way still. It was a nice good performance by the jockey on that one, Stevie Down. So all in all, that wasn't a bad performance there. That was our second winner. Then we went on to Ripon with Cape Coast. That was another good performance by Sylvester de Souza, riding for Mark Johnston. Always a tricky trainer, Mark Johnston, to get right, but we were on the good side of him today. We managed to get that horse as well at a really good price at 5-1 overnight. It ended up going off at like 7-4 in the end, so there was obviously a lot of money backed on it today. Probably you guys watching these vlogs, that often happens. I often back horses and then I see them shortening throughout the day, and I often think they're going to run well and they don't always come to fruition. Then in the last we had Harebell in the last race at Windsor. It was quite a close, exciting race, 2-horse finish, and our horse just managed to come towards the line in first place, and we got that one at 6-1, which was a better price. It was an unrunner in the end, so unfortunately we did get the old Rule 4 enforced for us there. But all in all, it was a fantastic day. We'll probably be back to our usual of getting the odd winner here and there, and probably be quite a long time before we probably even have 4 winners on the channel again. But if you're brand new to our channel, welcome to Lucky Loads 15. I'm trying to be a horse racing journalist in the near future. It'd be my dream job, and horse racing is my passion. I'm going back to university to study a master's degree in sports broadcast and journalism, and this channel gives me the license to be confident, make selections, share with you my knowledge of horse racing, and all in all, it's just to have a bit of fun and a laugh at the end of the day. Like I have said on a couple of vlogs now, I do have some plans to make this channel better. We might be able to get out to some stables, speak to some jockeys, trainers, groom staff, even people at the racecourse, to give you an insight to what horse racing is all about, because it's not always about the winners, even though it was today. It's always about giving the horse the best shot it can in every race to run a good, respectable race, because sometimes if a horse comes third or fourth and we've got money on it, we might slate it, but in fairness, it might have been a good performance from that horse in general if you were an owner. So horse racing is my #1 sport. I absolutely love it, and it's my main goal to work in the future. So please stay with us, subscribe to the channel, and the more followers we can get, the better content and the more better I can become at this kind of thing. But anyway, I'm going to be going into tomorrow's horse racing action. Now this one will be a little bit different tomorrow, still the each way angle, but there wasn't a lot of great horses to choose from tomorrow, like compared to today, where I wasn't certain on loads, especially as well because we're expected some rain over the next 24 hours, and it'll be interesting to see what the ground goes like. Will it really soften quickly, or will it take a while to get a bit more softer? So it'll be interesting to see how that develops tomorrow. So I've kind of played that card a little bit tomorrow. Some horses might become non-runners. Sometimes trainers will pull the horses out in the morning because of the ground. If I do notice one, I will try and change, and that will be on Twitter if you want to follow us on there at Twitter at LuckyLoads15, where I'll hopefully be able to make that change in time. But we're going to be kicking off tomorrow at Pontefract in the 340 of a race over 6 furlongs, and the horse that we've gone for here is Courier, which hopefully will be a Courier to deliver us a win tomorrow. 14-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Marjorie Fife, and Barry McHugh takes the ride. This one ran at York last time in a slightly disappointing race where it was leading towards the business end, but just got caught and ended up finishing back in midfield. But there does seem to be a reason that York doesn't always bring out the best in horses, which is quite strange because it's quite a fair track. But I noticed that there was a stat that suggested that horses tend to bounce back pretty well after they run at York. So I thought this horse was interesting. It'll like the ground. Before that run at York, it was a previous winner on soft ground, and that will definitely play into this horse's hands. Also as well, I thought it wasn't badly handicapped. It's dropping back in trip tomorrow to 6 furlongs instead of 7 where it's been running over recently, and I thought all in all this could be what this horse needed to put in a good performance tomorrow. And I thought a 14-1, that was definitely a good positive price there to definitely at least reach a frame in the race tomorrow. So that's going to be our first selection there, Courier in the 340 at Pontefract. We then move on to the all-weather at Wolverhampton, and I've backed a massive outsider here, a 25-1 horse, but I thought this one was very interesting at the prices, and I can't see why it's such a long odds in my opinion. It's called Our Boy, trained by David Evans, and Fran Berry takes a ride tomorrow. Now this horse is making its all-weather debut tomorrow after not a bad turf campaign where it has won £5 higher than it's got a £5 higher handicap mark. On the turf, it's won over at 77 at Fosslas towards the end of last year. Also wrapped up a few good performances last year as well. So all in all, it's not been a bad horse on the turf. Switches to the all-weather tomorrow, which could be an interesting move. He's quite nicely in the weights as well compared to some of his other rivals, and I thought he was quite well handicapped compared to the rest of them as well, if he can take to the all-weather okay. He's going up in trip tomorrow this season. The trainer I should say, David Evans, has been up in this horse up in trip, so he obviously thinks he can get it, and he's going to give it a good shot tomorrow, I think, Our Boy. And at 25-1, he also gets a £3 allowance as well. He's quite a young horse that can still develop and still come on leaps and bounds, and I thought Our Boy at 25-1 was an interesting shot at Wolverhampton. So to all you people that say I don't do enough long shots, well, there's 2 long shots for you tomorrow, and I genuinely think that they're worth not a bad shout. I have said before, I will do long shots if I think they're worth a shout, but they're not very easy to find. And they were 2 that caught my eye when I was doing some research for tomorrow's horse racing. We then go over to Ireland for the evening action tomorrow, which is something we don't tend to do very often here, only really in the big races. We've been over to Punchestown Festival, we've given some predictions there for the week. We've also been over for like the Irish Derby and the Irish Guineas on the channel here for our predictions. But it's something we don't do very often. But I thought there was 2 or 3 horses that I looked at when I was doing my research tomorrow, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. There was Brighton and Uttoxeter are the other 2 evening horse racing meetings tomorrow in the UK, and there wasn't really anything I fancied there that leapt up the page, so I thought I'd take over a look in Ireland at Roscommon, and there was a few horses that did look appealing. The first horse that caught my eye and will be our 3rd selection tomorrow, and will also be my nap tomorrow as well. It's called Product of Love. 6-1 bookmakers at the moment. A hot jockey of Robbie Power will be taking the ride in this one. It's trained by Alan Fleming. Now Robbie Power, as we all know, has been riding some great winners of late, especially Size and John. He had a good relationship with that horse. Also our Duke as well. 2 big horses on the national hunt scene in Ireland. And I thought this horse, Product of Love, could be an interesting horse tomorrow. It won on its hurdles debut last time out at Ballinrobe really nicely, beating a useful horse called Knockmail Boy of Gordon Elliott, which has subsequently went on to win at the weekend, I believe, at not a bad price. And I thought that was quite a strong piece of form. And if he can race like he did last time out, I thought he should be definitely banging the mix, and I thought at 6-1 he was definitely a good price. He shouldn't mind the ground too much as well. If there is a bit of rain tomorrow, he'll get the trip, and there was definitely something a bit classy about that performance at Ballinrobe. So I thought, all in all, at 6-1, he was not a bad shout, and he'll be my nap for tomorrow. I thought he was a good price, and I think he will run well. Our last selection tomorrow sees us stay over the Irish Sea in Roscommon, and we go in the 755 with a horse called Amaulino. It's called. I didn't know how to pronounce that one there for a sec. It's trained by Colin Bowe. Rachel Blackmore takes a ride, who's a fantastic jockey. I really like Rachel Blackmore on the National Hunt over in Ireland. I think she's a terrific rider. She had a good relationship with a horse called Abolitionist that won a few big horse races in Ireland earlier this year. She's also, I think, ridden out her claim now. She did have a £3 and £5 claim last season, but I think she's ridden it out now. Let us know in the comments box below if you think she has. But yeah, she's been in terrific form. She's been getting some good rides off different trainers, and I thought Amaulino 8-1 would be an interesting prospect tomorrow. It's quite a young horse still for National Hunt racing, only 4 years old. It last time ran over hurdles over 3 miles on soft heavy ground at Wexford, where it put it up to its rival in the race at 1. They were miles clear of the rest of the field, I believe, and the winner of that race was a Ruby Walsh and Willie Mullins combination, normally one of the #1 combinations you can get anywhere in the National Hunt circuit. And it definitely stayed the trip that day. And if it's anything like tomorrow, I think this horse should put down another good performance. It's definitely open to the improvement. We still haven't seen the best of it yet, still unexposed. And I thought 8-1 tomorrow, this was another good price horse to definitely make the frame. So that's our selections for tomorrow. Hopefully we can at least get some good money back on those. Also as well, thank you for your patience. We finally did it. We finally got the 4 winners. There will be plenty more vlogs to come, giving you my predictions every day in the format of a Lucky 15 bet. Please subscribe to us on the channel if you haven't done so already. Like the video as well. Also, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, preferably Twitter because I'm on there more than Facebook for the YouTube channel. Also, gamble responsibly. You don't have to do my bets, but you could have done them today, obviously, because that was a great day. But yeah, you don't have to do them. If you want to go against me, please feel free to in the comments box below. I've seen a few people been doing that, and sometimes we've been having a bit of a ding-dong battle. Sometimes you've selected some winners in the races that I've selected, and then sometimes I get one over on you. So it's a nice little battle there sometimes. Also as well, we have some great banter in the comments below. Also, some of you I know put your own tips on what you hear, whispers and things like that. Please feel free to do that on my channel. I will pay attention to all of them. I don't necessarily always do the bets, but I like to see what you guys think will run well. So yeah, stay tuned with us for the rest of whenever. And yeah, we'll be seeing you again soon.